Be sure to drop a like on this video right now, or this pug you see here will come to your backyard glass door and will start licking it for the next 12 hours while you succumb to its cuteness. Alright, let's go. What is going on, everyone? It's your boy, Kyle the Pug here, the one and only Pug, and today we're going to talk about the update Pokemon Sword and Shield dropped on the Galarian Ponyta. Now, everybody wasn't really expecting this Pokemon to be a Psychic type, which really blew everyone's minds out of the water, but yeah, it's a Psychic type anyways. And yeah, this pick totally makes sense. Yeah, this isn't suspicious at all. Not at all. But anyways, in today's video, we're going to talk about my thoughts on the type reveal, the abilities it has, and my predictions on what role it will play in the competitive battling scene. So without further ado, let's get on with today's video. So let's talk about the basics for Galarian Ponyta. Now, as I said before in the beginning of the video, it is a pure Psychic type, but the evolution stage for Rapidash is currently unknown, but I feel the Rapidash will probably be like a Psychic flying type Pegasus sort of Pokemon from the way things are standing right now. But let's save that topic for another time. So, again, everybody thought this was going to be a Fairy type, but Game Freak said, nope, let's throw a curveball at the fans and make this pony a Psychic type. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've mentioned this before, but Psychic was my second guess behind Fairy type, and I'll admit, I was one of the many people who thought this was going to be a Fairy type, but I don't mind this being a Psychic type at all for a couple of reasons. And I also think that the base stats will probably stay the same, like high attack and high speed, you know, high attack meaning physical attack and all that. And I feel like it'll be like a physical move user, just like its counterpart in the Kanto region, but I wouldn't be surprised if it increased its special attack stat as well, because Psychic Pokemon are more known to use their special attack stat than anything else, but we will see what happens here. And a little off topic with this, and I've heard so many My Little Pony references from this Pokemon on Twitter and just like blowing up my Twitter timeline, and I can understand why the references are there, as it kind of does look like one of them. And no, for your information, I've never seen the show ever. I only know this from the memes because I've seen them on the internet many times. It just blows up my Twitter feed, Facebook, you know, Instagram, etc., etc. But that's another topic to discuss. I can't even talk. That's another topic to discuss for another day. But anyways, the male and female versions will be different from one another, as they showed in the live stream during that 24-hour live stream extravaganza. I guess that's the word you would use it. I don't know. But I don't know. I just felt like that live stream was just a giant waste of time just to see that one Pokemon. But anyways, I feel the female Pokemon will have their skin glow, and the male Ponyta will remain dull, you know, the male and female Pokemon, because they did show like two different types or two different like variations of it. Or is it their mains? I mean, I think that's what they're called. I don't know, but if I'm wrong, guys, or if you want to completely blast me for that, let me know in the comments below. I'm sorry, I'm just terrible. Now, let's discuss the abilities of Galarian Ponyta. It has two abilities, obviously. The first ability is Runaway, which is obviously you can run away from wild battles, especially from Pokemon that have a higher speed stat than you or a higher level than you, or, you know, etc., etc. And I believe the Kanto Ponyta has this ability as well, along with Flash Fire, but that's the Kanto Ponyta. Now, this Ponyta does have a second ability, which is completely different, and I believe this is a pretty amazing ability in my opinion, and it's called Pastel Veil. I believe I said that right, so if I didn't say that right, I apologize. So, what this ability does is that it prevents itself and its teammates from being poisoned, and heals also allies of the poison status. Now, again, this is a great ability to handle Toxic Stall teams, and it's also great against poison types, unless, you know, it's a Galarian Weezing, or... Actually, nah, you know what? I think I'll probably manhandle it anyways, or horse handle it, is whatever you want to say. Oh my god, my puns are terrible. But anyways, back to the topic here real quick. You know, to me, Toxic Stall teams are pretty annoying to handle a lot of the time. So this is your horse or pony, you know, to prevent that from happening. And I feel like, again, this is a great ability to have during the competitive scene. And speaking of the competitive battling scenes, let's predict on how well I believe Ponyta / Rapidash will fare in the competitive scene. Now, to me, with the new ability Pastel Veil, or Pastel Veil, Potato, you know, whatever, you would expect this Rapidash / Ponyta to be a high-tiered Pokemon. Obviously, in my opinion, you know, Ponyta, for starters, will probably be in the LC tier. And for those who are wondering what LC means, it is short for Little Cup. And as for the future Rapidash, the Galarian Rapidash, that is, if it keeps those abilities, I am going to go bold and say this Pokemon will be in the UU tier or underused tier at the highest, or RU tier or rarely used at the lowest. I mean, with an ability like Pastel Veil, it's like a permanent heal bell that's pretty overpowered to me, if you really ask me. But plus, I know it will probably get outclassed by a certain number of Pokemon, but if this Pokemon didn't have this ability, I mean, it would be ranked so much lower on my list. But, you know, I mean, luckily for Rapidash, the Game Freak gods gave it a saving grace. And I think also it would fare really well in double battles, as you know, especially as I mentioned on the switch-ins to heal its teammates, and that's pretty awesome. But hopefully I think that would work in single battles too, and if it does, that would be pretty insane, which is why I have it ranked as high as UU, that the Rapidash that is on this list. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And that will do it for today's video, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think of the update for Galarian Ponyta for Pokemon Sword and Shield. Did you guys like it? Did you dislike it? You know, if there's things that you can improve with it, you know, let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new, and turn on the notification bell to never miss an upload or live stream I do on this channel. Again, I am Kyle the Pug, and I will see you all in the next video. #PugBark.